So what is up, guys? I'm gonna be doing something I've never done before, which is do some online battles on Pokemon Sword and Shield and comment on them, which I was kind of inspired after one of my favorite theme Poketubers, weedletwineedle. So I kind of took his latest team, which is revolves around Zeraora and Pincurchin, with Pincurchin setting up electric terrain and Zeraora using Plasma Fist, which makes any normal type move electric, which goes really well with Boom Burst that has with Throat Spray and electric terrain. Plus his special ability makes it pretty strong. And I also picked Pelipper, Crawdon, and Excadrill for coverage, just in case they have a lot of resistances or something. But for my first opponent, yeah, he has a pretty fun team with a bunch of legends, which is already a little scary, but it's okay. We'll see how it goes. So first, let's start off with the first opponent, Spencer, which has a 6, which is kind of cool, I guess, in case he doesn't have 69, 420, or 666. It's already pretty well. So he starts off with his Tyranitar and Reshiram, which I was not expecting, and I go with Zeraora and Pincurchin, which is I don't know. I thought it was he was gonna pick something else, maybe Mewtwo and I don't know, Mew, because But I guess since I have electric, he would go with Reshiram because it's electric resistance. And look at all those abilities going on. So yeah, turn 1, my opponent decides to go for the Dynamax on Tyranitar, which, I mean, why not? It's safe, doubles his HP, so yeah, why not Dynamax? So one of the strongest Yodo legendaries, which it's okay because I didn't think Tyranitar was the biggest threat. I thought that Reshiram was a bigger threat, so I went for a fake out, which was a very good call because if I would have gone Tyranitar, it wouldn't have worked. So he goes for a Max Quake, but he didn't see that I had my balloon, air balloon, so yeah, that didn't work very well for him. So I go for a Discharge and hoping for a Paralyze, and I got a Paralyze on Tyranitar, which is great because yeah, getting paralyzed on anything is really good. So yeah, Sandstorm, of course, Sandstorm damage. So then I pull a hard switch on Crawdon, expecting for, I don't know, for fire type move, no matter for each of them. So that's why I also use Volt Switch on my Zeraora, so I could put in Pelipper to put in the rain and dampen whatever fire move Reshiram was going to use. Plus also if he was going to use Max Quake on Pelipper or on Zeraora, it will not work in case he thought he misclicked or something. But yeah, so I guessed right, and he did go for the fire move, Blue Flare, which is an 130 base power move, very fair. But on the rain and with my buff Pelipper, it's not going to do much. Then he goes for a Max Quake on my Crawdon, which would have been Pincurchin, and he takes it pretty well. Like, I thought it was going to take a little bit more, but I knew he was going to survive because Uber noobs, they're not the best at EV training. So he actually pulled a hard switch on Reshiram, and I was not expecting. Well, actually, I was expecting it. That's why I did an Aqua Jet on him and double targeted. Because I saw it as a bigger threat, and I totally knew he was going to switch in, so it's totally fine. And yeah, did a Hurricane, and which is 100% accuracy in the rain, in case you guys didn't know that. And guess what? His Tyranitar got paralyzed. So yeah, I was thinking he might put in maybe Mewtwo or Mew, but which would have been great because I have Crawdon. So it wouldn't have really mattered. But at the end of the day, Uber noobs do what Uber noobs do best when they're losing, and they quit. So yeah, that was a fun match. But next, let's try a match that no one quits. So in this match, I'm going to be using the exact same team, trying to do the same strategy, but actually make it work. And my opponent's team is looking like a normal, typical overused doubles team. With Dragapult, of course, you can be missing him. So yeah, this is gonna be looking like a very interesting match. So first of all, I believe I lead with my same Pokemon, with my well, he leads them with Grimstone and Ferrothorn. And man, I'm just gonna tell you that Ferrothorn is annoying. But yeah, I start with my Zeraora and Pincurchin. And of course, blah 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 blah, all the abilities start activating, and yeah. So first turn, I think, so I don't want Grimmsnarl to set up on me, so you just fake out and straight away go for a discharge, hoping I paralyze, because that's kind of like, you know, Pincurchin's whole thing is do as much damage and then kill himself. So yeah, my opponent goes for Leech Seed, and basically this is all he's going to be doing all game, so get used to it, okay? Because that's all this Ferrothorn knows is how to do Leech Seed, because he can't really do anything else for some reason. But yeah, sorry, I get a little salty because he makes this game longer than he's supposed to. So Grimmsnarl finally goes for his Reflect, which is totally fine. He should have gone for Light, for the Light one. Yeah, because he obviously thinks my Zeraora is a bigger threat, but it's okay. So I go for my Discharge once more and take out the Grimmsnarl because I don't want him to set up another light screen other than Reflect. You know, that'll make it not very fun. So then again, Ferrothorn goes for his yeah, because I had to speed it up because it takes a while to get it all done. But yeah, okay, so he goes for his Conkeldurr, and I thought he could knock me out, so I go for a Volt Switch, fearing that, you know, he might use Mach Punch or something and try to take me out. So I go for Pelipper, and actually, oh yeah, Drizzle, of course. Sorry. So then I actually do guess right. He didn't go for Mach Punch, but for Drain Punch, and my Pelipper just eats it up because he's bulky as heck. And yeah, so he's not gonna be able to do much. I go for a charge on my Pincurchin because I didn't want to kill my own, my own Pelipper. But yeah, I kind of decided I still need him for later, which actually does come in handy, saving him. Yeah. So then I figure out that that's not an Assault Vest. Not an Assault Vest Conkeldurr, but so I went for Hurricane, but it didn't matter because he got switched out. So I put Protect on my Pincurchin because I don't want him to die, because I still need him to set up Electric Terrain, because that's basically all he does is set up Electric Terrain and then die. So yeah, then again, here comes Ferrothorn with his Leech Seed, which makes it super annoying and makes it longer, like I said. But yeah, so anyways, I finally switch out and put Excadrill, just to put some more pressure on him, because I kind of wanted that Ferrothorn to be gone, but I don't really have like any big special attackers. But anyways, so yeah, Dazzling Gleam, I guess right, and I go for a Hurricane, and yeah, he goes for knockoff on my Pelipper, but like I said, he's super bulky. I think I have him as max HP, max defense, but yeah. Anyways, he still dies, so whatever. And yeah, the electricity is gone from the field. Reflect is still up, but oh well, it doesn't matter. So then I finally decide to click the win button, the Dynamax on my Excadrill. I know, super original. Everyone always Dynamaxes on Excadrill, but whatever. What can you do? So yeah, I have him in max attack, so in max speed. So I thought he would be able to do some damage to Ferrothorn, and unfortunately does a lot less than I wanted. I wanted to make maybe at least half, but Ferrothorn is thick, so he's able to survive pretty well my my Dynamax move, and of course Leech Seed again, because like I said, this Ferrothorn, all he knows is what to do is Leech Seed. But yeah, so anyways, I was not fearing that Togekiss, so I just decided to kill it. I could have killed it last turn, but I don't know why. I just stalled it with a fake out because I feel like I have the need to use fake out, just because I can. So whatever. What can you do? So yeah, Togekiss kisses out. He wasn't really a big threat because I had 3 electric types. So yeah, not a big threat. So I go again for my Max Quake, and it does nothing, especially after those leech seeds. But oh well. And yep, another leech seed, because apparently he's not offensive at all, so I had to speed it up a ton. Yeah, so you guys won't have to watch it. So anyways, he goes back to Conkeldurr, and like I said, I don't want to stay on him because I'm pretty sure he's gonna kill me. But yeah, I actually thought he might use he might want to kill Zeraora, so I believe I went for a Volt Switch and then a Max Quake. Yes, I did went for a Volt Switch, and yep, Max, and then oh yeah, Pincurchin, because that's why I was saving him. I needed him to set up my electric terrain, which will come very handy in the next turn. But yeah, I just wanted to do as much damage as I could now to Conkeldurr, because I don't even know where I was focusing on for Earthworm. Like, he's not even a threat. He's just yeah, all he does is leech seed, so whatever. And yep, he goes for Max Knuckle and is able to easily knock out my Excadrill. And I could have gone for the Protect, but I didn't want to drag this on any longer than it has to. So yep, down goes my Excadrill, and finally Ferrothorn does something and goes for a knockoff, which is great because I actually wanted Pincurchin out, so I can finally start my amazing strategy, which I haven't been able to implement until right now. But yeah, so I take out my Toxicity and my Zeraora, and I'm finally able to go for the strategy where I use Plasma Fist, and like I said, Plasma Fist makes all normal type moves electric, so that makes Boom Burst become an electric type, which is boosted by Stab plus his Punk Rock ability plus electric terrain. So yeah, that's gonna it's gonna be dealing a lot of damage. So down goes Conkeldurr, which I was so glad. I was feeling I might not be able to take him out, and also activate his Throat Spray because I needed to get as much attack as I could. And man, there he goes again with Leech Seed. I mean, he could have easily gone for knockoff from Zeraora, but I don't know. I guess he didn't. He thought I was just gonna cure it off. But anyways, here comes Dragapult, and I go for Plasma Fist on Dragapult, and I thought he was gonna go for Zeraora, but I guess he saw Toxicity as a bigger threat, and he actually tanks that. A Life Orb boosted Dragon Pulse, and bam, here comes Boom Burst and takes him out like nothing, and does a decent amount of damage to that Ferrothorn, which again does Leech Seed. And now he has no choice to put a Corviknight, which of course is weak to my electric type moves. So I decided to double target because again, Ferrothorn is not a threat, and attack double target Corviknight. And I knew he wasn't going to be able to take off, but whatever. But Groudon has adaptability, so it makes his stab moves a lot stronger. So I could easily take Corviknight down. So finally, after all this time, Ferrothorn is all alone, and I can finally kill him because he was so annoying this whole match. So I go for a close combat and a knockoff, and down goes Ferrothorn finally. But yeah, that first one definitely made that match a lot longer than I wanted it to be. But you know, oh well, whatever. I still won, and like, yeah, I mean, I guess it was a pretty decent match. So good job to my guy to setting up a good fight. So now on to my next opponent. So in this final match, I'm gonna be using the same team, but I will be leading off a little different. I'll do things a little differently in this one. And my opponent has what I believe is a trick room team. So right off the bat, he probably notices that I have 3 electric types, so it's pretty safe that I'm going to be using an electric type. So yeah, he kind of gets right because I did. This time he leads off. My opponent leads off with what I already knew, trying to set up his trick room with Hatterene and Runerigus. And this time I lead off with Zeraora and Crawdon because I expected his Runerigus to be on it. So first I need to stop that trick room because my team is not made for trick room. So I knocked off that stopped that trick room from happening and was able to knock out that Runerigus. But sadly I got my ability taken away, which will might affect me. It's because now I don't have a 2 times boost but a 1 times boost. So then he goes for a Ludicolo, which is kind of bad news for my Chrono, and I kind of expected for him to be dead anyways. But yeah, I decided to go and put my Pincurchin because, you know, I gotta set up my Electric Surge, and you know, actually I should put something on Chronon for Electric Surge because I've been using it a lot. But anyways, I go for my knockoff and it doesn't knock out. Doesn't kill that Hatterene, which if he would have had a special ability, adaptability, it definitely would have taken him down. And then Ludicolo goes for Zen Headbutt. Well, I don't know. So then finally I'm able to take out the Hatterene just in case you wanted to pull off Trick Room. And of course, you know what Plasma Fist does, it makes all normal type moves electric, so I go for my Self-Destruct. And I don't know why that Ludicolo went before me, before me left. But he was taken down. Maybe he was trying to roar me or something. I don't know. But yeah, now he pulls out his Barbaracle, which is not good news for me. I mean, not good news for him. But yeah, so then I go with my Toxicity, and you guys know what's gonna happen. I was able to pull this off a lot quicker. So then again, I go for my Plasma Fist and to his Barbaracle, which totally destroys him because of course Electric Terrain is boosting all my moves. And I go for Boom Burst, which again becomes electric type because of Plasma Fist ability, and it decimates Bronzong like completely. So that is good news for me, and it of course activates our Throat Spray, which to be honest is kind of overkill because yeah, like Orbeetle is his last it's his last Pokemon. So yeah, I mean, first game is not really gonna help a lot. So to end the game, I go again for Plasma Fist, you know, that awesome combination, and yeah, Boom Burst is definitely gonna destroy him because yeah, I was totally unprepared for this little set of combinations, which that you saw before even Legends rage quit because of it. But yeah, that was it. My last battle with Omega. So thanks guys for watching. It was really fun to try out this team. I'm definitely down to try different themes and things. So drop me a comment if you guys want a different type of battle. You want me to use a certain strategy, because I got a ton of Pokemon and I could definitely implement any strategy you guys want. But yeah, guys, make sure to leave a like and a comment you know, those are the ones that count the most. But thanks again, guys, for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.